Hallo Slotblock-Freunde, 2024, es gibt viele Neuheiten aus dem Hause Scale Auto. Wer könnte uns die besser präsentieren als Ivan von Scale Auto? Hello Ivan, welcome to the Slotblock YouTube channel. Thanks for showing us the novelties 2024.
Yeah, it was a pleasure again to meet you this year with all the news we are showing up for this year.
Okay, let's start with the tracks
Yes.
from right to left.
Okay, we will start with a new starting lane on the standard race sets, because we will produce for first time ever race sets for home users. So at winter time this year we will release the first 3 kind of sets, and then they need the connection.
Okay,
so
and these sets are analog?
analog, yes, analog sets, but we also are in a project to finish our lane change sets, which means that we probably will be releasing something digital this year, but still on work in process.
And this is a special Scale Auto digital system?
It's a Scale Auto digital lane change system, which can fit directly all the Carrera electronics, so you can race with the Carrera electronics, just fit it there. And we are also working with other partners to see other chances of doing other kind of digital. So at the moment we provide all the mechanics, and all the electronics will be from other brands until we release our range, if we release our range.
Okay.
Okay, and as we have the connection for Carrera, we can directly be compatible with Carrera and produce a lane change system for Carrera as well.
Okay, so that means in the moment I can take this, then I can take a Carrera electronic and put it there, and I can connect here with the adapter a Carrera track.
Correct. Okay. So this is longer than the Carrera one, so it's more smooth, and we use that also for making with individual lane, so we can make the pit lane entries and all that as well with our system. That will be produced also in standard packaging, so people can have all the lane changing and all the pit lane entries with our range as well.
Okay, and is there a special pit lane entry, or do I use this one as
same tooling? Yeah, the same tooling we will covering some of the parts.
Yeah.
And when we make like that, we can make the lane entry directly. So it will be released already prepared to make the pit lane entry.
But this is not in the set you built up?
No. The set will be analog at the moment, and probably the next step will be doing the digital set for the following years. But we are not yet ready on that, so we'll have to wait a little bit.
Okay, and do you have your own controllers for the track?
We have the DS controllers, and that's a large size controller for an adult, not linked to a toy, and we connect it to the track, and that's all very easy. It's all analog controllers, nothing special.
And the sets will
come with this controller.
Yeah.
Power unit, this controller, tracks, but no cars inside. So you can choose any cars that you have or purchase the car you wish to race on the track.
And I can choose this scale or the big scale?
Anyone.
Doesn't matter.
The biggest, best feature of the system is that you can race on 1/24 and 1/32, while other brands is not possible. We do have the size of the Carrera, which means we can have all the Carrera cars racing in our track, or our track being raced by Carrera cars.
Okay.
So this is, or BRM large cars like the 917 or 512. This is also possible to race on this kind of track. That's the wallboard crasher, crash wall. We have 3 types. What's the name?
I don't know, lines, whatever.
Well, the large one, the medium one, and the small one. Okay, and we will produce that. This is directly fitting for the Scale Auto track, and it's a flexible material, so will be possible to fit. And this is coming also very soon.
Okay.
Goes on the side, and then you connect it with clips.
Okay.
Yes.
And will there be borders, Randstreifen, for the track?
Yes, the track will have complete range of borders for the straights and as well for the corners. We just released Radius 6, which was never manufactured in the slot car in plastic before. So we are having from Radius 1, which is the narrower corner, to Radius 6. So it's up to 12 lane operating system, and this gives a lot of possibilities because the Radius 6 allows to make 2.5 diameter radius corners, which is extreme fast corners, which was not possible to do before on any plastic track.
Okay, then let's take a look on the cars, which I can run on the track.
Okay, we have split the catalog in several brands, in several areas. We have the hypercars range, which we are releasing next month with the Porsche 963 in the Daytona liveries. Very similar to the one that won last weekend on Daytona. And this is coming in March, first weekend of March. Should be available on the shops or to release. This is the first coming out item. And after we are coming with Cadillac, which is a complete new tooling we are started. We started just before end of the last year, and it will be available on April, May. It's a complete new tooling, complete new design in 132nd, and the Peugeot 9X8 that I don't have one here because prototype was broken, and so I have to leave it at home. But it comes at the same time as this one. So both cars will be available very soon on second quarter into the market in white kit, and after the summer in painted liveries. Then we have the BMW hypercar, which we still are in development, but we think we can start tooling around mid of this year to reach the end of the year with a white version kit of it. So we'll have 4 hypercars in the range before the end of the year, which is a big input into the range. On the Porsche, we also are working on the Le Mans liveries with the 3 cars that raced Le Mans this year, and all different, in special box for 2 of them and individually 1. So if you want the complete Porsche set, you have all the Porsche available at the catalog this year.
These cars will have the same chassis, or is there a difference between the chassis?
The chassis that runs is the new RT4 motor mount, which is more angle, and it gives a better performance than the actual 25 degrees motors, which it's less angle, and it means that these have more magnetic effect from the motor into the track for longer time when they're sliding, and also the torque, providing the torque in a different way, which means that you are not losing torque because the angle is too high. So it's more effective in the way of making races and so on. So
okay, but I can't see an additional magnet. The only magnet effect is
from
coming from the motor.
Yes. Because we on the magnets we only race with RT3, which have the magnets, but on the RT4 and professional racing use no magnets at all.
Okay.
And after we do have the range of the GT cars, which is coming out in the usual 3 versions, which is the Home series, which is a normal plastic hubs and a small motor in the back, and not possible to replace the motor pod or adding the suspensions. And then we have the R series, which is the medium range, which is starting to the competition, which you can adjust the motor pod, making suspensions, and play a little bit with the setup of the car, and it comes with aluminum rims in the back. And then we have the RS equipment, which is the top of our range, which is front and rear hubs in aluminum, and the extreme motor with high torque, and as well as the same motor mount of 25 degree motor mount, all the same motor mount.
And I think here is a very important detail. This chassis is prepared for the Carrera decoder, I think.
Exactly. This Home series we are ready to fit with Carrera decoders or any decoder in the market as well. They can fit it there, and so you can easily convert to a digital car. The Home series, which is the cheapest one, and also when you add the chip, gets a little bit more expensive, but it's the easiest option to digitalize our cars. This year we are starting to release the Porsche from 2018 Le Mans, the Porsche from 2019 with both numbers of the team, and the 2020 Porsches as well with the 2 black and red team which is a memorial from 1970 winning. And on the Porsche also we have the American team that raced with a nice livery of wins that is coming out this year. All these cars will be in the market between now and July, August. So these Porsches will be already there.
Okay, I think we should explain one thing. For example, I like this design very much. Then I can decide, do I want to have this chassis or this?
This is not available in all versions.
Okay.
But this and this is available in all versions we do. And this we select which models go into this version. And not always all the range is available in this range.
Okay.
But we try to make at least one of each model we produce to be in the range of the RS. So people that likes the top performance cars, they can choose at least one of each in our range. Then we move to Acura. This is coming in 15 days to the market. These two liveries, which is the Castrol livery and the German GT Masters livery. This is coming in 15 days. So this will be the next immediate news from the range, will be these two Acuras or Hondas. And we do have also the Callaways, the complete Callaway livery. We know we used the same idea of the Callaway of the Corvette C7, and so it's the same windows, same interior, but we completely changed the body, and we make a complete new body with the fenders, the air scoops on the back, the fancy wing, and a new complete chassis for the model, which give him a look like a complete new model. And we will release all the painted liveries also from the Callaway Corvette on this year. In the catalog we have 4 liveries more for coming in this year. The first one on painted ones will be available around April, May. So the next ones will be following during the following month.
Yeah.
Okay, and on the GT range we are doing 3 new cars this year. This is the BMW M8 GT-LM, which is the only one in the market. So we are the only manufacturer who produce the M8, and it's already plastic injected, so it's all ready to manufacturing. And the white kit version, which is always the first one we do, is a white kit version so that people can paint it quickly, will be available on the market for April. And after will be followed by painted liveries for summertime and after summertime. And then we have also 2 new GT cars, Audi R8 GT2 version and Porsche 992, which is the latest Porsche GT3R, which is absolutely stunning and very, 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 very fatty, but looks very great. So we expect to have these 2 cars before the end of the year. Then on our rally range, we are releasing 3 Peugeots from the Peugeot official team with World Rally X Rallycross, and this is the same team that raced Barcelona in 2016. So it's Loeb, Hansen, and Jenny, and so this is coming all together at the same time. And the Mitsubishis, which we announced, it's coming finally next month as well, in a twin pack special edition for the World Championship, and also separately in home and R versions.
Okay, and is it a special chassis for rally, or is it the same chassis for the track?
Yeah, the same chassis we use in the track, but we change the motor for the rallies, which is a lower output motor, but a little bit more high magnet motor. And they have the 4x4 belt to provide the 4x4 wheeling, so people have 4x4 wheel drive.
Okay, so I can change this chassis in a for wheel drive with these tools? With the
yes,
spring?
But we do only in the rally cars.
Okay.
But usually in the street cars, on GT cars range, we don't do it. We just keep the rear transmission and that's all.
On a rally track, this car is faster? If I put out this ring, is it slower? Or?
It's usually it's only a fancy thing for the car.
Yeah.
So it gets faster when you take it out. There's less friction, so it's faster. But the people like to have when the real car was a 4x4 wheel drive, at least have the effect that the slot car is also 4x4 wheel drive. And some when go racing, depending of the rules, they must keep the 4x4 specifications for the race as well. So then it's a little bit tricky on what the clubs do and what the people prefer. And then we are moving on the Formula One range, which we have this year 8 new liveries, which includes the Benetton from 91, the Benetton from 94, and the Jordan from 91, which is the Schumacher car as well. So we have 2 Schumachers and 2 Schumachers more beside the one we are producing now, which is the 95 version. So we have 94 version, who is world champion as well, and a 91 Jordan, which raced with Schumacher as well. And so we have also the Benetton from 91, which is high nose and low nose. This is the first time that Benetton changed it from low to high nose to test. And those cars will be reproduced in low nose and high nose from both drivers. And so this is the range of the Formula One, which is also making the 98 version from McLaren, which is the West, black and West liveries, which is very nice. And this also will come during the year. So we have quite a large range on the Formula Ones. And we make it 2 new toolings for the Formula One range, which is a new front wing, a new rear wing for the range. It's for making the tire rail, which was a little bit angle in the front, so they changed a little bit the angle here, and the wing on the back was a three level wing, and once we have now it's only 2 levels, so we make a new wing just to make some reproduction of some of the cars to be a little bit more into the real one. Even it's not completely real because they are all the same body and only change the liveries, but this make a little bit difference between them all, and so we will provide some extra detailing on that. So on the classic line this year we are releasing a new section on the catalog, which is the classic cars in 1/32, and we start with 911s from 1973-74, which is the RS 73 and RSR from 75 and on. This will be made with different tails, so we can make the IDOC versions from America. We can make the rally cars with the ducktail, and we can make the double wing from that Kremer raced with that later on Le Mans and so on with the RSR. They are sharing the same chassis structure, and this will be common chassis for both bodies. That will the only thing that will be changing, that the wheels from one will be wider than the other one, and that's all. But the structure will be the same. You will have home series for them, and you will have the R series from them, and later on we'll introduce the RSR for them as well. And on the IDOC we make the 12 cars from the IDOC from all the drivers that race at the IDOC during the next 2 years. And then we are moving to the 124.
Yes. I fall in love with this.
Okay. In the 124, we start a new range as well, which is the Formula One pre-war cars, which are based on a complete chassis made in aluminium, with a front subframe floating and rear subframe floating. It's complete made in aluminium, so it will be ready for not bending. And this is still a prototype. We are coming out with only white kits of Autoneon C, Autoneon D, Autoneon D compressor, Mercedes 125, Mercedes 163, and Maserati's 4CM and Maserati 6CL. So it will be 6 cars on the range this year, and we are working with more bodies, but will not come till following year. So you will have at least 6 new Formula One pre-war Formula cars this year to start on, and it will come with a front plastic hub and rubber tire, rear aluminium hub with rubber tire, and we do also develop sponge tires for them in case that there is some club that wish to move to sponge tires. On the LMP we also did change because beside the metal chassis, high performance cars, which is with the sponge tires front, sponge tires in the rear, high output motor, metal chassis, adjustable floatings and everything, which is very nice also. We do have this year we will release aluminum chassis as well with rubber tires, and this aluminum chassis, it will come with no floating in front, no floating in the rear, but can be upgradable in a way that you can use parts from these high competition chassis to put it here if you wish. So at the end you will have this kind of chassis, which is possible to make the front floating and the rear floating areas separately, but this is an optional, it will not come standard.
Do you call this home series?
Yes, home series LMP.
Yeah. Okay.
So, this is the home series we have in the 124 cars, which is a plastic chassis. In the 124 range, in the LMP range will be aluminum frame and CNC aluminum with a nice shiny finishings, and but be ready to fit on them some parts of the sports range of the high competition cars in 124.
It does not look like a home series
no.
scale auto car.
But it's moving to this direction. So on the 124 LMP cars, the LMP cars is already started. So the tooling it's being to finish in March as well. So we expect to also to release the first batch of LMP cars before summer in white kits, and after summer painted liveries. That's what is going on. Then we have the M8 and the M6, which will come in white kits very soon. This is already in the factory, and they are waiting just for shipping out, which is possible to do now in February. So in March we will have these two cars available in the range, and it's M6 and M8 versions with RC2 version of the chassis. And after that RC2 releases, we will change the catalog from the RC2 to the RC3, and RC3 is exactly the same, but with one floating motor pod, which allows to play here, and that one is fixed on the RC2. In the RC3 is floating, so it's better performance on the track. And we use also a better guide holder, which is two lines and one only front axle holder. Before was two, because it depends of the wheelbase, we had to use one or the other, and now will be one common one for all the cars.
Yeah, okay.
So we reduce the quantity. The rest of the pieces will be exactly the same. So the axle, the body holders, the H-frame, all these, the axle mounts will change also, because it's the sport range, which is narrower and less weight, and there is a double suspension system in the back, so you can adjust the spring cores. No, you can put soft and hard springs, but you can be this length or this length. So you can make soft, but stop the length in the middle, for example.
Was this your idea?
No, this is the idea from the drivers.
Yeah, okay.
And they start.
It's a crazy idea.
Crazy idea, but these two springs will make some additional feature to work. We take also a look. That's the new Formula 1 chassis that we showed last year, and it comes with also the floating area. And this is for long motors and short motors and slim motors. It's all motors. It's available to fit here, and that's extendable. And you can race also with the Formula 1 chassis in metal.
That looks very good in color. This is high tech.
High tech, yes.
High tech for a slot car.
And that's all, I think.
Okay.
It's not bad. Well, we make also a line this year of. Well, we are doing the Lamborghini in 124 as well. Yep. So this is we are doing also the Lamborghini, which we put out of the catalog in the pandemic age, and we are getting back to the project and making the Lamborghini in the range for this year. We expect to reach the third quarter or fourth quarter with the models. Okay.
Okay, great.
And also this year we have new line. This is the racetracks we are doing, but to have a line of Scenics. And the line of Scenics is a complete line of grandstands, totem boxes, cards, advertising panels, grandstands for the corners, everything fitted directly on the tracks, and all made in PVC and pre-painted. It means you only have to build it up and it comes painted already, and start doing the nice views on the track. So we have backlighted panels for advertising with light in the back, so you can show always nice publicity, and then the flags, and then the Dunlop Bridge, and the towers, and blah blah blah. All kind of Sonics, and also a tower of lights coming, which you can fit up to 8 lights.
So the metal?
Yeah, no, this is all plastic, but it will be painted in the metal color.
Okay.
So it looks like metal, but it will be PVC.
Okay.
And then we make showcases for your models. So you have a showcase with lights, and that you can show up, or you can store your models in light in your workstation or work area. And then we make all the painting boxes and workstations for painting and decorating and so on, and a display cabinet to hang on the wall, so you can have all your cars in the wall, static slot cars, 143, 132nd, 124. We make different sizes, so we will do that as well. And this comes all in kit, so you only have to build it up and fix it, and then hold in the wall.
Okay.
So this is a complete new range this year.
Then I have a question I should ask you. My community wants me to ask you, what is the tire tour machine again? Is coming again?
Coming again this year,
yes. Yes.
It's one of the projects I have to finish this year. Was not possible to finish last year, but
also, die Maschine kommt wieder.
The machine comes.
Okay, Ivan, thank you very much.
You're
now
welcome.
we go to the club for racing.
Okay.
And let's have fun.
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.